and especially if you're going to upscale restaurant, you have to understand etiquette and class, depending on where you're going. And now, if you're going to be on a date with a woman at an upscale steakhouse and you're asking for ketchup, it's kind of showing that one, you probably are not here often. It's giving off all of the wrong things that you are going to be judged by. Which really, if you want to put the ball in your court, just ask, "Hey, what steak sauces do you have?"
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying, and then you go from there. And you know, what I'm saying, like,
So I actually understand both sides. I think that there are people, like Marie said, there are people who have experienced certain things. So you've been to like a Peter Luger's or like a Benjamin's or something, right? But you still might go home and eat like Fruity Pebbles. You know what I mean? Like your taste is your taste. Like you might want your steak cut up into small pieces and like fried in some peppers and onions. And that's just your preference. But that doesn't necessarily mean that perhaps you're not open to something new. So I think that like you can be open to something new, you know what I mean? And still like what you like. So it's like if we're gonna go to some, I don't know, let's say was a Double Eagle at the Del Frisco. I think it's called Double Eagle. So if we go there, even though I like ketchup on my steak, please don't cut this to where it's saying I like ketchup on my steak. Please do not. But if you're a person who prefers ketchup on your steak, I think you should still be open to trying new experiences where, you know, you're having it the way it's suggested, like the suggested preparation, you know. But if you go home and you got half your steak tomorrow, you're gonna put some ketchup on that thing. You know, I just think just don't be closed off to new experiences. I think that's what is most important.
Aaron, you said it appropriately.
no, but what was, but here's the thing. This is what I'm saying, or this is what I think is what I'm getting from what Alan's saying. We had a 20-minute conversation about struggle food, but the second that we talk about etiquette and certain things about, you know, certain ways and behaviors that you should display on first dates in certain restaurants, we cut it because we want to cater to the other side. If we're gonna have a 20-minute conversation about struggle food, we need to have a 20-minute conversation about how you should conduct yourself in certain places, depending on your date. But
right.
like, and I don't, and that's where I think we're getting the confusion before because we want to include, but we're not.
I agree with you.
There's people who might want to wife you, or there's women that might want to husband you. I don't know how to say that part, but they're on a date with you and
Husband
they're
you.
been sitting on the
Table the whole time.
The
for
whole-
20 minutes, and you were here
Okay.
eating. Like you don't know how to
Staring at the napkin.
But so this is the thing, and I think this goes back to what I was initially saying is that you have to be open to new experiences. Like you definitely have to be open to new experiences, and I think that while we did give 20 minutes to struggle food, okay, cool. Let's talk about, you know, how you cut steak and how you order steak. And, you know, think about it. Like people know rare, medium,
I just learned rare
and
plus.
well. Right, exactly. So a lot of people have no idea what rare plus is. I found out what rare plus is from like going to the steakhouse or Benjamin's by our house. You know, and maybe all steakhouses don't serve rare plus. I don't know because I just started eating steak a few years ago like that. But I think that
By choice.
yeah, by choice. I think
hope.
that it's important for us maybe to kind of dive into that, like so that people are understanding if you're gonna go to some fine dining establishment, this is how you conduct yourself when it comes to ordering. This is how you conduct yourself when it comes to using a fork and a knife. It's typically, while you can do it, it's still typically looked down upon if you're asking for steak sauce, you know, or some places, even if you ask for salt, you know, like a lot of fine dining restaurants do not put salt and pepper on the table.
Yep.
You have to ask for it, you know? So I think that, I think that, again, it's all about being open to new experiences. So if someone, you know, takes me out, matter of fact, I'll give you a perfect example. And this is not fine dining. When I met my husband, he's never eaten a crawfish in his life, right? But I love crawfish. I eat a lot of crawfish. I make crawfish at the house, whatever. So I'm trying to introduce him to something that I like, you know? So I had to teach him how to eat it, how to enjoy it, like how to, you know, like what parts of the crawfish to eat, what parts to throw away, you know? So I just think that it's just being open to an experience and not necessarily like shaming somebody or like not being open to, to something new.
Well, I feel like in dating, is everyone willing to educate or
That's it. Great point.
and have the other
Great
person like go through that experience with them,
a
or
good
is it
point.
just going to be shamed upon and like you're going to embarrass them and you're going to be turned off by them because they're not on the same caliber as me and they don't know how to hold the knife and the fork. So
Well, for some people that means something, because I'm not gonna lie, like I feel like at this age, if I was dating and I go out with a man my age and he doesn't know how to use a fork and a knife,
Yeah.
there are other things in my mind that are gonna arise. It's more so like, okay, were your parents around? Did your parents raise you? If they did raise you, why didn't they teach you how to use a fork and a knife? Or like,
Why didn't you teach yourself as an adult?
well, no, but I didn't teach myself. So
I'm saying at this point,
I get what you're saying, but my perspective is going to be from why didn't your parents? Because my parents taught me, or my dad taught
They
me.
teach themselves and they teach themselves wrong.
Wrong. Just like playing golf. So
No,
many
yeah.
people play golf and they play it wrong. They may be good and they're hitting, making they're doing well. You know what I'm saying? They're doing well at the game, but if they were playing it properly, they would be phenomenal. So I think it's a habit thing. A lot of people pick up wrong habits or bad habits along the way.
I think I'm gonna have my own conversation about this topic. Fellas, you don't have that much time, especially when you're on the first date or this is a short dating, short amount of time you've known this person. So knowing that you don't have that much time, you cannot get too comfortable with your old habits, especially if those old habits have not provided you successful results. So if you're asking for ketchup at an upscale steakhouse, you're shooting yourself in the foot. If you're leaving your linen on the table throughout the whole dining experience, you're shooting yourself in the foot. And if the woman that you're with does not notice that, you're shooting yourself in the foot. So you have to understand what comes with what territories. And if you're not conducting yourself the right way and the person that you're with is not telling you how to conduct yourself in the right way, this is just something that's more likely than not going to be a waste of time and a heartbreak if you do fall that much in love with this person going down the line.
Can I ask you a question? So, like, do you think, I don't know, I feel like I would feel uncomfortable telling a man on a date, like,
put your napkin on your lap.
yeah.
That part.
Yes, I'm gonna notice. I'm gonna check it in my mind that
That's probably I'm
You
not
might
gonna
make
say
a mental
that.
note.
yeah, but I don't know how comfortable I would feel with like. I think I'll make a joke. Like,
I was about to say, I
But
was
that's
gonna
what I'm
say it
saying.
jokingly. Like,
Right.
why didn't you put your napkin on your lap?
Right,
Like, put
like,
it. Like,
Later,
But
you trying to save it for later? Like,
and that's how you. But exactly, but there's ways to do it, right? It's not gonna be so direct. But if you did that,
that's how I was
Yeah.
thinking you were saying it. Okay.
but like everybody has to be like, yo, you have to conduct yourself a certain way, and you don't have that much time. If
to
you
impress somebody.
to impress
You're
somebody
right.
or to
You're
just
right.
show you know how to move. You want to be comfortable. You be comfortable once you secured
You
the
right.
person. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Until then, you gotta act right. Like, hey, listen, I really love. And you know what would be dope if I was a guy who loves steak on my ketchup. I mean, ketchup on my steak.
I
Right?
like steak on my ketchup.
you like
Right.
steak on your ketchup? I
Right.
thought you were not a ketchup guy.
I'm not. But let's say if I was, and I'm like, yo, after we go, we have our date and we leave, like, hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's steak sauce, the chef recommendation was good, but I really like some ketchup on my steak. That's how you can actually, show the balance of both worlds. Because now you're showing that you're not closed-minded. You're showing that you're educated about the atmosphere that you're in. And you're also showing that you're being completely transparent with who you are and your own preferences. But if you think you're about to come out the window and doing something that is totally left field, you're going to lose.
Like eating noodles and eggs.
Yeah, or pasta. Like,
Yeah, first of all, don't even do my
don't
mama
even
like
say
that.
noodles. Noodles don't even give it justice. Like pasta and eggs
we South Americans, they do that.
Oh, okay.
with no sauce.
Okay.
Yeah, we
You gotta understand, there's no sauce. Like
In our community, there's a lot of shame. There's a lot of
Yes,
shame.
yes.
I don't like
There's a
that
lot of
part.
shame in doing anything different. We're ashamed for anything we do. We
Yes.
come,
Yeah.
shame. So we have a lot of shame in our community.
We do.
So I think that as a man, I'm speaking from a man's perspective, and you guys can speak from a woman's perspective. If you're going on a date, you're trying to impress her, like you really trying to, y'all work together, you finally got out the office and y'all gonna go on a date and you want to take it to this restaurant, please look at the menu first.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah.
Get you a surprise that you're not ready for. And if it says starts at 50, that means that's the lowest dish.
I don't.
Well,
I actually don't like to do that. I mean, do you? Are you?
Yeah.
Ready? Let's go.
When I go to a restaurant.
Am I repeating what you said, or am I just restating? Okay, so when I go to a restaurant on a date, I actually don't like to look at the menu beforehand. I like to be surprised. That's why I was trying to ask you before I started the prompt.
Because you're not paying.
Wait, hold on. That's why I tried to ask you before I started. Are you talking about the person taking the other person out to look at the menu because of the price? Okay. So you see,
You just gotta look at the menu with the price in mind, but you're really looking at the menu to see what you're
even when you look up the restaurant, they show how much money signs.
Yeah, so like
Sometimes. Yelp changed their format for some reason.
Oh.
But okay, go ahead. I feel you though.
Yeah, I wouldn't
don't also wanna go to a
necessarily look
restaurant
at the menu to see like.
Wow, I done been on a date like that.
and he don't even know how to read the menu. He looking at what's this?
Yeah, it was that kind of.
I kind of like to
What's
take my
filet
time
mignon?
looking through all of my options and not just being like, I already know what I want. I looked at the menu already before we got here. I don't like that. Like, I want to
No, he's not gonna say
sit
that.
and
Right.
I just mean for me. That's why I don't like to look at the menu before I go to
I'm
places.
looking at the drink menu.
Facts.
I'm saying, you
I'm not even doing that. I like to take my
Or
time and
25 or 24.
What does your market
doesn't-
However old.
look like?
Right. You know what's funny? So like when we go out to eat now, my husband will be like, "Make sure you look at the menu before we go,"
Yeah.
because I'm.
I don't even like sitting there waiting while you figure out no more.
It's gonna take me a while because I don't like too many choices. So if there are too many choices, like it's kind of overwhelming, and it just takes. It's like a long time for me to decide what I want.
I don't
and
care.
I swear to God, like, so my girl, she's from LA, so it's a whole different vibe. And then like she turns into this Amanda shit that just irritates my soul, but I just let her have it. So I just be sitting there and she be like, so
Yep, that's me.
yeah, you had this. What
That's me.
is this mushroom really good with
That's me.
the combination?
maybe because
of,
I gotta ask questions.
how is this truffle sauce? I'm
That's
like,
me.
come on,
I
like,
gotta
let's
ask.
get a steak, bro. Like,
I definitely.
I
am.
gotta ask stuff. What would you recommend? What's your
Yep.
favorite on the menu?
it's always a 20-minute conversation, and the drinks
It's
didn't
not
even
no
come
20-minute conversation. If I look through the whole menu and I'm stuck between two options,
They're never two. It's never two.
I'll make it two.
Yeah.
I'll make it two, and when the waiter comes and I'll ask her about what she thinks, I'll ask her if I want to know if I can switch out whatever side that they put for another. If they say no, then I'll be like, okay, fine. Then I'm gonna do this one. If they say yes, I'll say okay, I'll do this one, and I'll have some mashed
God,
potatoes.
you are
Yo.
super complicated.
That's not
I ain't
complicated.
gonna lie, that's how I am.
I can-
No.
Sometimes
When I
places
go
don't do
out-
that.
No, I don't do
Sometimes
that.
chefs don't like they
Modifications.
they,
Yeah.
they
And I
don't
like
do
those
modifications.
restaurants.
I align with the menu because where I go, like
Okay,
especially
girl.
where you're going, I align with the menu. Like I follow the criteria. I'm not gonna be like, hey, could you switch out this for this?
Oh, no, I'm
Oh, so if they have
Don't do
mashed sweet potatoes and you just want regular mashed potatoes,
I will
you're not gonna ask if you could just get regular mashed
Have you
potatoes?
watched the movie Chef?
because I don't want potatoes. I want broccoli. Or
Because the chef
broccolini
recommended
and
or-
it.
everybody
Yeah.
died.
Well, did you?
I was.
yeah.
Why was I thinking about that, Lonnie? You watch too much fucking
What
TV.
They
happened?
died.
The Chef.
In
Right?
the menu. That's
Oh,
what it's called. The
that's what it's
menu.
called, the menu. Yeah, you're right. And because you were critiquing his
Somebody
shit.
died. I need to know.
Like,
Budgeting when
when
you
your
date.
life are messed up, we don't have regular mashed potatoes.
I don't like sweet potatoes, so if I can't change it, I'm gonna
You
go
wanna
on
die?
I'm gonna go with the next item.
I align
And
with
it
the
goes-
menu.
It
I
goes
don't.
into budgeting when dating. I saw this thing on TikTok, which was romantic. But that's probably what the guy didn't eat because he figured out the menu was so expensive. He let her order everything, and then she was like, "You just had an appetizer, right?" And then he was like, I really don't have that kind of money, but I wanted you to have anything you want."
Oh,
And then
that
they
happened in
found out-
Auto.
Huh?
The movie Auto. It happened.
That was
I'm
it.
sorry, but don't do
That's
me
where I
that.
got it from.
Yeah.
I'm not finna be eating you watching me
With
eat.
Tom Hanks. Yeah, Tom Hanks. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I saw it from. I saw
That's
it.
whack as fuck. I'm never gonna do
It's
that.
romantic, but what I'm saying is like
Nope.
a lot of people have really low success rates. It's almost like, let's say collectively they took all of us here and they brought us to a school from another state. and we're like, what the fuck are we doing here? But we're all teachers, math, science, everything.
Gym.
They say geometry.
No, gym.
Gym teachers need love too.
So
The fuck?
we're like a group of teachers, right? And they put us in the town, some state in America, and they were like, why are we here? They said, this town and this school has the lowest grades in America, and you guys are the best teachers.
I don't want to be in no Alabama.
But let's just say we decided to do it. And I think that's what dating is. That's such
Yeah.
a low success rate of dating. It is so fucking bad. I want people to be like, oh, I watched it at the table. I get it. Oh, okay. I got that from it at the table.
This could mean this.
Yeah, this is how this
Yep.
works. This is where you fucking up. If you were getting a fucking 61 in your math test or 51, listen to a couple episodes. I'm not saying we'll get you to a 91.
But you might get
We
to a
can get you a
75.
71.
We can get you a
But
C.
I feel like people
75.
should go out then.
71
by
is still a D.
Yep.
Well,
I
if
feel
it's
like
math,
people
I can
should
help you.
go
Just
out
pay me.
by themselves before dating.
I
Go
agree.
figure out what you like. Go on a date with
The stuff you
yourself.
like to do, yeah.
Understand that before you go on a date, this is what I like. Taste food and then be authentic. I feel like when people go out on a date and they're being pretentious and they're like, oh no, I don't like ketchup on my steak, but you do. You look crazy because you can read it. Nobody likes that. So you know how you figure out what you like? You spend time with yourself
Yeah.
and know what you like. That's it. Go out by yourself.
Well, I don't.
Marie,
I don't.
that's not-
I didn't spend
but
a
that's
whole
not
lot of
good.
time going out by myself, but I do like to go out to eat a lot, whether it's with friends, just on like just very
Because they
casually
was
out.
taking you out.
But that's better.
Not
like,
they was taking me
Yeah,
out.
but
I like to go out casually for food, like
I know.
so
With your friends.
with my
I
friends.
don't think guys do that. Like I feel like girls
What are you
go
talking
out
about?
all the time with girls. Like we go out with our
They order
girlfriends.
like drug dealers.
Yeah.
we go to the bar. We just don't sit at the
No.
table. It's the same thing. We just go to the bar. That's
I
the
don't
only
know. I
difference.
Yeah, but
like
are you
girls
eating
are always
salmon
going
or
out.
steak or anything like of quality at the bar?
At the
Yes.
table
What
and
do
you're
we? What
enjoying
do you think? We're just
yourself.
eating wings? Like,
Yeah.
That's bar food, bro.
like, but, no, but every restaurant or almost every restaurant has a bar. Like you could go to STK and get yourself a nice steak at STK at the bar.
With your homeboys?
Yeah, I actually did it. That's when what you bring to the table was going viral in Kid Cudi, and then people came up to me. You know what I'm saying? Like this is really reality. And the thing is, it's not so much dating yourself. It's really going out with others. It's not about you not knowing what you like. It's about you not knowing how to communicate and you not knowing how to be comfortable and communicate with what you like.
That's true.
So if you know how to behave all around the board, but you do like ketchup with your steak,
Mhm.
that will supersede the fact that you know how to, hold yourself
Yeah.
will supersede your childish taste buds, right?
Oh
Palates.
yeah, I'm
right?
gonna look at you and I'm not even gonna
But
judge.
like, let's say if you have,
thing.
let's say if you have,
Sophisticated.
but let's say you have like if
Sophisticated palate.
unsophisticated
Not
palate,
childish.
whatever. We'll say whatever. We'll go with it, right? But like when you don't know how to conduct yourself, if you know how to conduct yourself at certain areas, people realize when you are out of place, when you are out of sync.
Yeah.
So when
Be all over you.
and
Right.
and you're all over the place. Like you don't even know how to, you can smell it. So I don't think it's just so much what you like. It's really learning how to carry yourself in certain atmospheres. And then when you know how to do that, then your preferences that are typically not accepted in these type of elegant places will be more so accepted because he still fits in, but this is just what he likes.